by the Montana Television Network. Montana This Morning continues on Montana's News Leader.
While the flu is hitting the nation hard, scientists are working on new drugs and technologies to prevent future outbreaks. I'm Hannah Doba with more ahead.
Coming up, we take a look at what commissioners are saying about the new city sports complex.
Good morning, Southwest Montana, 6:31 on this Tuesday. We do have breaking news in Butte. We've been following it all this morning. You can see smoke from a fire on our Butte iCam. 520 Dakota Street is where that is. Our John Amy on the scene says heavy smoke pouring from one room of the upper floor of a duplex at that address. It's not known if anyone was home at the time of the fire or if anyone has been injured in that blaze. John reports that flames are now starting to break through the attic of that building as firefighters struggle with these extremely cold temperatures. Thermometer on John's car registered 8 degrees below zero at the fire scene just a few minutes ago. Firefighters not only have to battle the blaze, but the extreme cold and water almost instantly turning to ice. Again, John on the scene. We will have a report of that momentarily. Meantime, these extreme temperatures not conducive to fighting a fire. You're going to have slick roads up there after this is all over. All of that, plus you talked about the smoke.
Several items on this. Of course, the wind chill, a big factor right now. The wind chill around 26 below in the mining city. And on top of that, with that cold air setting up there, I expect air quality to deteriorate pretty quickly. Cold air is just going to trap some of that smoke in Butte this morning. Temperature-wise, 26 below our current wind chill in the mining city. Most of us below zero. With our temperatures for the early part of the day. The afternoon should be sunny. We should see a nice little run at the mid-20s as you head into the afternoon. We'll, of course, continue to track this cold air and talk about what you can expect over the course of the next few days in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Matt. Now 6:32, the Bozeman City Commission has approved a big loan for the Bozeman Sports Complex. MTN's Morgan Davies was at the meeting last night where the vote was taken and has an update on the Commission's decisions.
City commissioners voted 4-0 for the loan of $1.7 million. This money will go to laying turf for 2 fields in the sports complex. The Sports Park Foundation that is spearheading the campaign believes that having a turf on the field would allow for more playtime on the field, as well as education from other sports facilities that already use turf.
Working with the folks that are bringing the sports turf to MSU and to the high school. And we've got 2 of them now that are schooled up on sports turf management.
The loan will be paid back over the next 20 years. Reporting from City Hall, Morgan Davies, MTN News.
Now, the Sports Complex Foundation plans to pay back the loan for the city through fees paid by the park. Previously, the commission approved the more than $8.4 million of the city the open space money for the sports complex. $1.2 million of the Sports Foundation money has also been dedicated to the development of the site.
Now, meanwhile, Bozeman City Commissioners heard and reviewed the plan for the high school stadium last evening as well. Main concern with the school district's plan is the traffic in that area. The district did propose to put a traffic circle in the area to help with that, but commissioners still want to ensure that there are no issues with emergency vehicles getting into the area. Next step will be for the planning board to review the plan, make recommendations to the school board. Plan calls for construction to begin on the new stadium this spring. Bozeman School Board voted on selling the Emerson lawn at last night's meeting. The board went along with the district's recommendation to sell the Emerson lawn to the Emerson Center for Culture and Arts. Cultural Center offered $100 more than the appraised $2.75 million for the green space. The board will use the money from the sale of the lawn to purchase 2 new properties that will be used for elementary schools later on. Bozeman residents will vote whether or not to allow the board to purchase the land this coming May.
And in Billings, St. Francis Catholic School was back in session yesterday after a weekend pipe burst flooded several classrooms. Now, one of the biggest concerns for the water was in their new gymnasium. MTN reporter Steele Stevens checked it out.
An estimated 2,000 gallons of water per minute leaked into St. Francis School for 2 hours Saturday afternoon. And while the cost of the damage is currently unknown, it will be added to the $19 million already spent to build the school. Flooding damaged the gym floor, music rooms, and instruments during the incident. I spoke with Principal Jim Stanton this afternoon, and he says there will be difficult days ahead, but he's been overwhelmed by community support.
Definitely, it was a setback for our school, no question about it. People rallied, came in, we got the school in pretty good shape right now in terms of getting it dried out and just seeing what the damages will be from there. And our staff and our kids have been great about, you know, pitching in and helping and making the adjustments that are going to be made to get through the school year.
A decision on whether to repair or replace the gym floor will be made in the coming days.
A new $18 million school opened in the fall of 2017.
In other headlines this morning, federal district court judge has upheld the constitutionality of Montana's ban on political robocalls. The challenge to Montana's law was first filed last February by Victory Processing LLC, a political consulting firm from Michigan. In the ruling, federal judge Charles Lovell of Helena found that Montana's statute is narrowly tailored and leaves ample alternative channels of communication for protected political speech. Judge Lovell added that restrictions on automated political calls preserves a private property owner's control of their property and how they choose to receive communications. Montana Attorney General Tim Fox, whose office defended the law, applauded the decision. Also, as the flu season rages on, there are signs we still haven't seen the worst of it. It turns out more than 60 children so far have died from the virus. 1 in 13 doctor visits last week was for flu-like symptoms.
Just unbelievable, but there is new hope thanks to some new drugs and technologies that the flu outbreak, like the one we're currently experiencing, could soon become a thing of the past. CBS's Hannah Doba explains.
With the CDC reporting 1 in 10 deaths in the U.S. is currently due to influenza or pneumonia, tragic stories are a nearly daily occurrence. Among the latest victims, a 5-year-old girl from Brooklyn. Neighbors describe in heartbreaking detail seeing her desperate mother.
She was sitting on the floor with her, holding her daughter, creating her daughter. And she was just trying to tell her daughter, wake up, please don't leave me.
This flu season, already one of the worst on record, may actually not have peaked yet. But there is news of potentially cutting-edge new treatments. This is a far UVC light. Unlike traditional UV light that can damage the skin and cause cataracts, far UVC can't get past the top layer of the skin or the tear layer of the eyes. The benefit of that is these lights could be on at all times and placed anywhere, from a doctor's office to your office.
It really does kill influenza virus, and it really doesn't harm you and I.
And among the experimental drugs showing some promise, one from Japanese pharmaceutical company Shionogi that has killed the flu in a single day with a single dose.
Because it stops it from multiplying, other cells don't get infected, other people don't get infected.
The drug and others that hold potential, if fast-tracked for FDA approval, would hit shelves at the earliest next flu season. Hannah Doba, CBS News.
Now, doctors say even though the flu shot is just about 30% effective this year against the deadliest strain, they're urging everyone to get it. Even if it doesn't cover every strain, the shot could help mitigate your symptoms. Interesting note there.
Yeah, not over yet either. So.
Wow. Stay with us. It's your weekly Montana-made product, and we're going to revisit a special story to the mining city to see a tradition and an absolute staple of the town.
But first, we're going to head to New York and check in with Gail King for a look at what's coming up at 7 on CBS This Morning.
Good morning to you. Ahead on CBS This Morning, we'll talk with former CIA Director, Defense Secretary, and White House Chief of Staff, that's Leon Panetta, about security clearances and the latest development on the Korean Peninsula. And the FBI has a Valentine's Day warning about online romance scams. A victim reveals how she lost about $1 million. Yikes. We'll see you 7 o'clock on the dot.